everyone. Today here we have discussed the unit number 5 topic, heat affected zone. First, introduction. The weld interface, which is also referred as a meshy zone, is the narrow zone consisting of partially melted base material which has not got an opportunity for mixing. This zone separates the fusion zone and the heat affected zone. The non-melted area of metal that has a experience in change in mechanical property as a result of exposure to high temperature. This is the figure for heat affected zone, and this is the melt area. After that, there is a different color which shows a different grain structure. It can often be recognized by a series of brightly colored bands also visible near a weld. Color are caused by surface oxidation and are having approximate indicator of the temperature reaches by the metals. There are different color range having different temperatures. For light yellow color, the temperature range 550 degrees. Next, straw red 640 degree, yellow color 700 degrees, brown color 735 degree, purple brown 790 degree, dark purple 840 degree, blue 1000 degree, and the dark blue 1110 degree. There are different causes of heat affected zone. Heat affected zone can be of varying size and strength. The extent and magnitude of the heat affected zone, which is inversely proportional to the thermal diffusivity and cooling rate of the material. Where thermal diffusivity is high, the material cooling rate is also high, and the heat affected zone is very small. Where thermal diffusivity is slow, the cooling rate is also slower and the heat affected zone is larger. This is the figure for heat affected zone. Heat affected zone, as per SPPU examination, this point is very important. Okay, this question is asking for 5 marks. This is the figure for heat affected zone. There is a different zone in steel weld versus iron carbon equilibrium diagram. On x-axis of iron carbon, there is a percentage of carbon. On y-axis, there is a temperature range. At a different temperature range, there is a different zone. We can see that the heat affected zone is the region that experience a peak temperature that is well below the solidus temperature. This is the peak temperature. At high temperature, the change in macrostructure of a material takes place. The amount of change in macrostructure in heat affected zone can be depend upon the amount of heat input, peak temperature reach, time at a elevated temperature, and the rate of cooling. Due to change in macrostructure, the mechanical properties also change in heat affected zone, and this zone remain as the weaker section in the weldment. The unaffected base metal zone surrounding the heat affected zone is likely to be stable at high residual stresses due to that the shrinkage in a fusion zone. This zone does not undergo any macro structure change. The fusion zone and the heat affected zone of welded joint having very different mechanical property that can be unaffected base metal as in between themselves. For example, the fusion zone is the typical cast structure while the heat affected zone is having a proper heat treatment. The structure which is involved in the phase transformation of a recrystallization and grain growth. The unaffected base metal on the other hand which shows the originally rolled structure which is slightly grain growth. Thank you.